This is what these niggas want, right? Yo, Tech, let's make something happen.
This is the new era.
Yes, have you ever seen Low outside? Anyway.
Any Detroit bump-ins, nothing like that?
Nah, I haven't, but that don't mean. I mean, I'm sure she outside, but like Detroit is a pretty big city. She probably just move in different areas than I do. Like, and I don't really come outside unless it's a local event or some shit with the fam. So she probably way out more than I am, to be real with you.
Well, I'm gonna give you the heads up. If you want to run into Low, you gotta be wherever the gangsters is at, because that's how sis roll. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, I feel that. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not with the gangsters.
So you won't be seeing Low.
Gangsters. If you see some killers, Low standing over there somewhere. I promise you.
That's fire. Yeah, I'm 35. Them days are past me, man. I'm at battle rap events with the family, bro. Like, you know, that's dope. That's dope though. That's dope. But yeah, she probably got way more than me out here.
Hey, we all on that type of time, bro. I promise you. I promise you at the same time. So yesterday, Ultimate Madness 4, round 2. We're gonna do what we normally do. We're gonna rate this event. I'm gonna start with Ledge, man. Ledge. If you had to give it a judgment of 1 to 10, what would you give yesterday's event?
I'm gonna give it a 6. Give it a 6. You always gotta deduct points for people not being clean. And also, the build-up didn't match the energy and quality of the battles. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the best face-off that everybody was going crazy about was the worst battle. So, how does that look? It looked kind of crazy. I gotta keep it real, man. So, yeah, I'm giving it a 6, and you know, I feel like that's the ceiling right there.
Jeez. Okay, well, that's about to make this even more interesting. Dutch. Dutch, what you got?
My fault, part of yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm chowing down as I'm talking to y'all.
I don't even know what that is, but all right.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead, Dutch.
Chowing down. Eating.
Hey, yo.
Nah. Oh, come on, fam. Like, y'all ain't gonna AO this plate I got in front of me. Man. We not doing that.
Just give us the score. What you got, bro?
All right, so preface here. I didn't see the event, but I watched the battles in totality.
Right.
I gotta give what I saw. I'm gonna be generous and give this probably a 4.5. You know what? Let's be generous here. I'm gonna give it a strong 5. Ooh, a weak 5. A weak 5. Like, like from what I saw, I really feel. Cause you gotta understand when my measuring guideline is Ultimate Madness 1, because that's where we introduce a lot of new talent to the masses, and I really feel like at this point we shouldn't be questioning whether or not, like, are these guys for real? Are these guys the next stars? Are these guys, can they hang in the rotation? And I feel like often watching them, I'm asking myself, could they battle a Jada Nightwing, a Fonz, a Ace Amin, Easy to Block Captain, Kid Chaos, Lou Castro, Real Sick, and I don't maybe two I saw, and then one is, you know what I mean, I hope everything works out for him with Piranha and Kid Slade, and it's like, you know, I'm not really seeing each. I mean, MVP.
That's unfair.
Is it?
Well, let me hold on.
Man.
Let me get Freddie's pick, and we gonna run right back into that. Freddie, what you got? What you got, Freddie?
I'm not the same as Ledge. I'm about a 6 with it. You know, we did take a hit. We're missing one of the battles, so we only had 3 battles yesterday.
Yeah.
Out of those 3 battles, we did have, I think, 2 or 3 people that weren't clean. So it's like, yeah, that took a hit. I do think that a couple of battles we did have some fights. We had an upset yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We had a big upset, so that brought it up a little bit for me. So I'm about a 6 with it, man. It wasn't bad. Yeah. It wasn't neither.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the battles until this morning. I was out doing some family shit. Somehow I still ended up at around maybe a 6.5. I felt like the battles were more competitive this week than last week. Even though you could see the 2 weeks prep in every battle, in my opinion, you could just see it.
Definitely.
I still like the energy, like Freddie said. We got some fights. I felt like there was some much better back and forth. So I'm gonna go with a 6. I'm not gonna kill it. I know we missed the battle, but listen, man, it is what it is. This is life. Weird shit always gonna happen. This is battle rap. Ain't no way around it. So I kind of want to go back to what Dutch was saying here, because I kind of agree. I think I might have made that same point last week. Like, I'm not sure there's talent in this particular class that could really rival. Like, I don't even think you could make a card between the last class and this one as far as, you know, trying to get good competition back, like a good back and forth. I don't think you would get a good card at all. I think it would be a landslide.
You agree with that, Lance?
I mean, I think UM1 would win, but I think it'd be competitive. But I just don't think it's like we kind of always romanticize shit that happened a while ago. Like, if you really look at round 1 of UM1, as I look at the bracket, because as soon as Dutch said that, I had to do my research and look it up. Squeako versus Your Honor was a terrible battle in round 1.
Horrible.
Terrible.
Gunpowder Pat versus Rude Bando, bad battle.
Shit.
Like, Brooklyn Hands versus Big Hands. Do anybody remember that? It wasn't that crazy. Like,
was not.
So, like, you know, battle for battle, it was about even when you look at round 1. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're judging them just where Kruger and Fonz and them were at in that moment, I feel like it's about even. Like, they both had quality battles in their first round, and they had some bad ones too. So
see, now you mentioned another person that I didn't get to mention as well, Kruger. So ultimately, we can name about 6 to 7 talent that at the first round was exceptional, but since the talent pool was that close, some people didn't get to make it. You understand? I feel that even though that was the case for UM1, you can't really, me personally, I can't even, I mean, it's still early in the tournament. Not early, but we at the midway point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe if we're giving these guys a chance to actually have opportunity to prep, or have battles where you have time to prep, and then, you know, maybe they will do better. But from what I'm seeing right now, I don't like to compare, but at the same time, this is who you're going to be battling against. This is where they set the bar, you know, and
yeah,
it's tough when you're looking at them. It's like they're not even remotely. I want to say remotely close, but I would say they're gonna have a hard and difficult time trying to even compete with these guys.
But yeah,
So-
but it's potential though, right? Ain't it potential though? Like, cause
well, let's go ahead.
no, I was just about to say because the person who they were then aren't who like you're looking at Jada Nightwing now, who would be a tough out, but he wasn't the same Jada Nightwing back then. He was very beatable. In fact, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. He wasn't that impressive after the Real Sick battle in the tournament. He was winning the tournament and going into the finals, but his material got worse every step of the way, even into the finals. Easy wasn't a finished product either. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I felt like you was kind of alluding to that. Maybe that wasn't your immediate point when you was talking before, but I was thinking like, I think between what Ledge is saying and what Dutch is saying, kind of seemed like, as maybe not during the tournament, but I think that the people we praising right now, they've grown since then, and I think we comparing what we see now to what they are right now, and that's what's kind of not fair. That's not fair at all. They completely different people now than they were in UM1. It's not even close. So, like, Luke Cashew is a whole blown star. Easy is damn near running battle rap right now, depending on what you're looking at, and Jada Nightwing. Like the list goes on and on and on. So, let's just jump into the first.
Before we get to the battles of Fat Boy, they actually released that they're going to have everybody that basically lost in the first round. They're going to be coming back and playing before the third round battles coming up. Do y'all think anybody's going to stand out from them battles? Kind of like how Chaos did and Sick and Easy. Like, do you think by coming back, are they going to be able to stand out?
Well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that we could actually try to hold that until later and then discuss that after we get into the battles. After we recap them, and then you could revisit that question, Freddie, if you could just remember that.
All right, no, that's cool. That's cool.
We can bring it back up.
All right. Let's get something.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but I'll say it anyway. So the first battle was MVP versus Kid Slade, right? And the first thing I was thinking was, after watching all the battles yesterday, nobody to me outshined the whole field. Like nobody really stood out and separated themselves from the pack of what was left. You know what I'm saying? Even though you one battle down, I feel like nobody just like super stood out. However, shout out to Ledge, he did pick MVP to win this battle. And if I had to say, even though nobody super stood out from everybody else, I feel like MVP had the toughest fight yesterday based on what we saw in round one. I think nobody showed him love in round one. Nobody was really rocking with what he was doing outside of maybe the judges and some scattered fans. And in contrast to what we just saw yesterday, I feel like there was a significant upgrade of material and what we liked and didn't like from him. And I feel like he definitely had the toughest fight yesterday. So, Ledge, seeing as how you're the only one that picked him to win, yeah, he definitely did. Definitely did. Seeing as how you're the only one that picked him to win, what did you think about that battle yesterday?
Dope ass battle, in my opinion. I thought the first round, especially at the Kid Slade first, because he went first, I was like, oh, it's going to be tough. But I just knew it, man. Like, MVP is battle tested, and that shit matters in tournaments. You in battle DNA and Chilla, you can take some hits and bounce back. So
nothing about his first round performance had you a little worried, like
Kid Slade's?
No, about MVPs, because you said he was battle tested. That's why you picked him, right?
Yeah. And when he came back and started off, and he kind of slow flowed it and got into the groove, I knew like he didn't come out kind of wreck. If you look back at his battle versus Truth, he came out just no real structure, in my opinion. It was just like I'm wilding, I'm rapping really good. But he came out with a purpose, and that shit sounded much different. He'll tell you it sounded the same, but it was definitely a difference in material.
It was a difference. It was definitely a difference.
Yeah, he was coming at Kid Slade's neck, man. And I feel like he definitely won the first round. He was even good in the second round too, but I might have edged at the Slade, and then the third was probably both of their lightest rounds. And for
I
whatever
agree.
reason, I don't know why Slade cut his round short. I don't know if he just didn't write enough or the crowd not rocking with him as much in that round. But I thought he cut that round short. And you can't do that when you trying to get this bread. Like you
It seems like shit throws him off a lot. Is it just me? Like, it seems like a lot of times he pauses and, like, maybe checks around to see what's going on. Like, I've noticed that about him a lot. I don't know if he's ever on a big stage or if that would be a problem for him. Am I the only one that be noticing the stops and shit in between his rounds?
I've noticed a few of them. You're right about that. If he on a big stage, excuse me. If he on a big stage, I really don't know how that's gonna affect him because, bro, there's a million distractions going on, and maybe he is benefiting from the small room environment and not having to be heckled and all that shit that usually goes on in the crowd, and niggas just having whole other conversations that don't got shit to do with battle rap. They baby mamas is taking their child support money, and the repo man took their car. Niggas is talking about everything but battle rap and shit. So maybe he is benefiting from it, but I agree 100% with Ledge up until the very end. I had it 1-1 going into the third. Ledge said he thought that both of their thirds was light. I 100% agree with that. I feel like the better lines came from Kid Slade in the third. I feel like MVP rapped a little longer, but I don't feel like what he had to say in that round was better than the content we got from Kid Slade in the third. So I'm mad that I missed what the judges' actual statements was when they described the third, if they did that. Because I would have loved to hear how they came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
I felt like I hate missing battles live, but I feel like I missed everything by not seeing it live because I don't get it. I don't know what they seen in the third.
Yeah, MVP, he caught the momentum right away, bro. Like, I think Les said it, like, Kid Slade had a really good first round going first, but MVP was able to snatch the momentum quick. Like, he just, them shits was building up to haymakers, and he was landing the motherfuckers all throughout that first round.
Yeah, the first round he did really well. I didn't. It surprised me, especially based off last week. I was just sitting there like, all right, oh, here we go, and he just came out firing the first couple bars. I was like, okay, this is completely different than what I remember. So he was cooking. I can't deny that at all. I think what might have actually killed Slade is, although I felt like he had the better bars in the third, I only feel like it was the first maybe 20 bars or so into that round that was really good, and I felt like the rest was like it just tapered off, like he was just rapping towards the end of the third, and maybe it seemed like he wrote downhill in the third, took his foot off the gas, like it's on 2 weeks prep. I just need to finish this up so I can memorize it. I feel like that's what type of energy I got from that battle. Dutch, what you had in the third, bro?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Before I go ahead and get my bars off, let me get this intro off, man. Shout out to our late cousin who just pulled up. Stumbled into the house late. You know what I'm saying? Granny just smacked him in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? I guess he had to get the case of waters. You know.
Here we go.
But hailing from Sacramento, the Bay, California.
That's Wes.
Mr. Hidden Character.
Yeah, Mr. Hidden Character. My guy. Your guy. One of our favorite cousins here. NicoTV. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Nico?
Can y'all hear me? Am I here? Am I being heard by the people?
Yeah.
NicoTV. Voice to the West in here. And I hate and my phone decided to die and not wake me up. I hate my New Era podcast. I turned into Ben Swayze. I hate.
Oh my god.
She would play that recording of Piranha with an open case, and now he's not here. I hate the guy that came in the third round instead of the first.
Damn.
We gon'
Apologies, people on here though. What's going on? Oh, and point of correction, man. Sacramento is not the Bay. The Bay Area is their own thing. Sacramento is the city. It's the valley, man. We not part of the Bay, man.
Get it right. Get it right.
my part of some.
Get your shit together, Dutch.
My bad.
You're not doing this.
What's going on with my people, man? Cousins, what's going on?
Not much, cuz we sit here talking about this MVP versus Slade. You right on time to give your take. I think Dutch was getting ready to give his take, but we gonna let you go. You know what I'm saying? You tapping in with us today, so we gonna let you go. What you think about MVP and Slade?
It was a fire battle. Obviously, I think it was battle of the night. I mean, it could be close with another one, but it was a very dope battle.
Yeah,
I actually had Slade winning the battle, first and third.
Really?
Yeah, first round, it was kind of, I don't want to say clear, but it was clear enough where I gave Slade that round. Second round, I gave that to MVP. I thought his impression was fire, what he did in that round. In the third round, to me, this battle comes down to whoever went second, that was the lasting impression, because I felt like the battle was that close. Like if you would have put Slade second, he probably would have got the edge.
So most people have it mixed.
MVP
You have
winning,
MVP taking the second and Slade taking the first. You got it. Okay.
Yeah. Like, and I've seen people saying that they had Slade taking the second, but I don't. Wow, it was a close round.
That's when he went crazy, Nico. He started landing at the bar in that second.
Man, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I just use my own personal preference for what I like listening to, like what I want to hear, I could say I can make an argument for Slade in all three.
Facts.
But just being objective, I do think that it's a debatable. Now the rounds can vary because I feel like there were at least 2 rounds of the battle that were debatable. At least 2. So you can.
I like the Jordan Ball kid had in the first. What do you say after I get MVP is back to my first love running base? Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
he cut the fingers off her body. It was putting up a fight. Like he had some shit in that first.
Hey, can y'all give me like an admin like title so I can mute Nico?
Thank you, Ledge. I was getting there, brother. I was getting there.
Let me mute him. Let me mute this brother.
Oh, boy.
Well, let me say this about the first. Let me say this about the first, right? I was trying not to be victim of last week. What I mean by that is, I think MVP edged the first simply because he just landed a few more shots that I thought were good shots. But I didn't want to be a victim of the fact that, I just think he done way better than last week. And I'm giving him more credit than I should. That's what I was worried about after the battle was over. Like, did he really win this first? So when we watched it back in Discord earlier, Family Time shit, I was like, I think I'm comfortable with saying that I think MVP definitely ended up with the first. But the way Slade came back in the second was like, he was completely different than in the first. It was like his energy went way up. He was on some whole other shit. And he was wilding in the second. So, I don't know, man. In the third, I guess I need
part of it could have because he know MVP just had a really good first round. You know what I'm saying? Like, could have felt like I might be down the round. I got to turn up.
I really feel like Kid Slade, the way he wrote for this battle, I think he really went heavy on the first 2 rounds, and then he went light in the third because he felt like there's no way they're gonna give the judge is not gonna give a MVP the first 2 rounds. He wasn't expecting MVP to have that caliber of a performance. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what kind of like was a detriment to Kid Slade. I think he kind of slept on MVP. And
Kid Slade did say he was worried about his preparation. He said he's not used to running real quick and shit. So that could have been part of it.
That could have been a part of it too. And I think that an example of that was his third round. I feel like the tail end of his third round, like Fat Boy said, it was light. You know what I'm saying? It was light.
It was light.
It was light.
Yeah,
it was
I don't see how anybody giving him that third, bro. Like it was short. He didn't have any bombs truly in there, and yeah, man, it was the lightest of his 3. And MVP was just rapping better than him, saying doper shit. For people who care about crowd reaction, which I'm not really. I don't care about it, but he got crowd reaction. He had crowd control. I don't see it. I think the second round is the round that if you want to give Slade the win, you would have to give him the first and the second. I just can't see how the third can be a part of a Kid Slade winning this battle.
I agree with that 100%.
Look.
Damn, Nico.
Look, man, the third round was ass, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. The third round was ass, man. It was ass, man. Like, listen, man. Like, we got good first round. You know what I'm saying? And the second round, I really felt like Slade got that clear. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the MVP impression. Pardon me. MVP's impression of Slade was dead on. His voice and glasses, everything. You know what I'm saying? Just the height, but overall, that was just the highlight of his round. I can't really give you anything. Well, he had everything else was just cringy. The Busta Rhymes bar, I don't think his buffs is. It was just littered with bars like that. Not were just
Busta Rhymes, that you.
Baby, I like the best versions of being. You know what we do wrong. I like that bar. That was a good one.
Said Busta Rhymes. I don't think his buffs is real. What type of MVP? Come on, fam.
The baby.
He said the baby. My fault. The baby.
I could have used Busta Rhymes too, though.
He could. Yeah. That's what he said. The baby. I don't think his buffs is real. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, I definitely thought Slade got the second.
I'm about to rewatch, man. From what I remember, man, I thought that round was debatable because I don't really. MVP was dope to me. The first two, his third was also dope, but I didn't think it was on the level of the first two. To me personally, I didn't really think it was.
You're saying his third?
Yeah, like his third was still, it was like a solid round. Like I didn't think it was what his second or his first. You know what I'm saying? Just to me personally.
Okay.
But hey, can y'all give me admin power so I can kick Ledge off of Discord? Period. Like just get him.
Boy,
the cousins fighting, bro.
Cousins fighting in the kitchen, man. Not over the mashed potatoes, y'all. Not over the mashed potatoes.
You mind if I bring something for the Friday Fix? Hey, Ledge. Every time you want to talk, you have to hear this first. Make sure you hear that before you start talking about anything. That's your permission.
Not Metal Gear Ledge. Like, god damn, Metal Gear Ledge. That's what we call it. Metal Gear Ledge.
He talking to a nigga that's 11-0 on all predictions on the tournament.
11-0 in all predictions.
Yeah. So I think you want to watch your mouth right now, man. I think you
notice. Hey, watch this out. You remember when Cassidy came back? He said something like, "I'm 5,000-0." Notice when niggas want to exaggerate some shit. They go to the most obscure number they can find.
No, it's obscure, nigga. It's documented, nigga.
It's documented.
It's documented.
Rubando was
one
Not Rubando.
This nigga lying.
Shout out to Rubando, man. He ain't do nothing, man.
I wouldn't pick Rubando against you. So I know you. That's lying.
I smoke Rubando.
And you know how you can't even beat me in the battle, nigga. What you talking about?
Oh,
I ain't battled since 03. You will get dusted.
Because you couldn't write. You were a freestyler and you couldn't write. Welcome to the new era of battle rap.
Welcome to the new
era. No. This is just new era podcast. This is different. This is different type
Still
of smoke. Still
freestyling.
Yeah.
Off the top.
Rebuttal game crazy. We ain't doing that.
All right. Well, what was the next battle?
Next in Bows the Bambino.
Next in Bows. All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right.
Let the biased nigga from the West go first.
No. I want to hear this.
I'm glad. Hold on. I'm glad. Hold on. I'm glad Nico pulled up because I lined up a question specifically for him. Okay. Nico, since you the voice of the West, you know what I'm saying? This is my question when it comes to NXT. Is the issue more that Next is having debatable battles, or is it more the issue that the narrative of him being pushed by URL is affecting the way people judge him? What's more the issue? Because you've had two debatable battles now. And
I would say if these were regular battles, like when you battle Murder on Caffeine, you had like a month, so whatever you get to go ahead and prep for a battle. If it was one of them, I would say sure. In a tournament, I can't put anything past people having close battles because a tournament has different factors that come into play that'll make battles more debatable. Some people are able to step up more on 2 weeks prep. Some people are able to execute more just in the battle itself. You know what I'm saying? Different factors come into play. Plus, it's a storyline. Like if y'all remember, in what was that, Ultimate Madness 2, Mike P. Ryder. That battle led to a storyline that by the time he got to Bill Collector, we didn't even want to see Mike P no more. The culture didn't want to. We was ready to just see a dub, you know what I'm saying, get to the other person. You know what I mean? Like a narrative can hang with you just in a tournament setting. You know what I mean? So, and you can also change the narrative too. Like look at Rubando in the first one. He had 2 poor performances in back-to-back battles, and then he got to Jada Nightwing, and outside of him turning into a hidden character in the third, he had given us one of the better rounds of the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And wowed everybody. So I just feel like the narratives that play parts in tournaments sometimes are like skew the visual, but I don't think that, in my opinion, I just never thought that Next was just supposed to 30 everybody in this tournament. Like I never looked at it like that. I felt like everybody was skilled enough, especially some of these dudes like Slade, MVP, even Bose. Like I think Bose was somebody who, if you looked at him prior to the tournament, because I seen one battle of his, I seen the structure. I was like, I wonder how he would do on short prep in a tournament. And that next battle kind of showed me like, okay, he has something to go ahead and work in these tournaments. His style is kind of built for these tournaments. So I don't think it was anything to do with like it just having debatables. I just feel like the tournaments, man, they bring out a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so then this was my follow-up question for that. Ledge, this is my follow-up question for that.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? This is P's fault because he pulled this young man out of the crucible and had everybody thinking he was super powerful. Now he's supposed to kill everybody.
Absolutely.
Agree or disagree?
1,000% agree. P, you know what the fuck you was doing out here. You're not fooling us.
Oh boy.
You ain't fooling us.
Oh boy.
Let my nigga next to plant, you know what I'm saying? Let him be a plant, man.
No.
Next to plant.
Let this happen, Les. Now don't hate, let this happen, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what you how you spell plant? What you started with?
Oh
my God.
boy.
Hey, look here. It don't matter what you started with, Ledge.
Yeah.
It's how you finish the word, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was. So I'm saying it's nothing Next could do. Is out of his control. He had an outstanding performance versus J. Roan in a crucible battle that a lot of people seen. I believe like Ace Amin was there, like other like battlers of a higher caliber was there supporting and saluting and going crazy. P got caught up in the whirlwind, like, yo, he going crazy. Maybe he don't need a crucible.
Yeah.
Pulled him out of there. He ran with the moniker Mr. Skip the Process as his handle name. So you know, it's kind of like, you know, when people, you know, LeBron wore 23, coming right out of high school. He signed with Nike. I'm like, yo, I've seen Next before the Crucible, so I was like, he's good, but is he like just skip the process good? I don't know. We gonna see. But people who have not seen Next before hears that and see that online, like, yo, he's left the Crucible. He's about to get real plays. They want to know, okay, what is it about this guy that makes him so powerful that he don't even need to go through the process like the other people. So his first battle is Funeral Fame. He wins the battle. Really good third. But are people coming away like, oh, I get it? Nah, they not. Second battle against Cuban. Debatable battle. I got Next winning, Edge. But was it like something to write home about? Nope. Not really. And then was switched the whole shit. The first and only so far live single stream battle on Caffeine. Like
Next and
just
Rubando.
Next and Rubando. No pay-per-view. No, it was just one match. We're gonna live stream it at 8 p.m. for the world to see. So like, you're personally going out of your way to do something you never did for these two. You highlight them.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah. They haven't done it since. So everybody wants to see, yo, Next. people got him losing.
Now,
Consensus got him losing.
Can you add fuel to the fire and saying he had a battle with Rum Nitty, and that battle to some people was pretty fucking close. It was close enough to where he didn't die. So low key, you kind of starting to look like, all right, this nigga, he might be one of them. So now you're in the tournament. Now you got 2 battles, close as fuck, in my opinion, that is. And it's people starting to let this nigga not all right. I'm seeing it on the timeline, like,
yeah, but you know how
next, he not that fire.
But you know how it is, fat boy. You know how it is. You only as good as what? Your first impression.
That's so.
So like I told Nico this, and I've told Next this, like nothing I'm saying here, he'll hear and be like, oh, like he's switching up. Like he knows I'm very consistent. If the murder battle, which is the one I said I went out publicly, this is the best I've seen Next. Like he was wilder in that battle. His first round against the murder was incredible. I love what he did against Rum. I said if those was his first debut battles on URL to the public, I think this whole idea of who he is would change. It's just that he came out to sluggish debuts. Like his first 3 was just kind of okay. Yeah. So now that's what happens when the fans hear that. Like the fans don't want to be told who's the next coming. They want to like organically pick the person themselves. So it's going to always be that case. But I don't personally feel like Next is being pushed. I just don't feel like he knew what was going to happen, but now he's running with it and playing the role of the villain, the bad guy, and he's Teflon. I like that he's Teflon. He don't really let this shit bother him for real.
I like what he's doing with it, especially incorporating it in his rounds. You feel me? Like he had plant flips. He had a whole round about him basically facing adversity, and I like what he's actually doing with it. To me personally,
yeah, I fuck with it heavy, and Next is good. Like, is Next the next coming? No pun intended. We don't know. Is like he's still a work in progress, man. We gotta let the brother get more battles under his belt and see where he at. But I definitely blame P. This is definitely on P for sure.
Hey man, he knows what's good for business, man. He knows what's good for business, man.
I think kind of like piggybacking off of an earlier point that Ledge made before. I think that a lot of times, that's not just in battle rap, but in sports too. When we come across a person that we get with a lot of hype behind them, a lot of times when we see him ourselves and we don't think, quote unquote, that person lives up to the hype, we don't allow them a chance to grow. You know what I'm saying? As whatever talent that they are. So ultimately, we just kind of like write them off and create, prejudge them. It's like, all right, cool, I don't like this person and things like that. But we also gotta understand, like, this is, like you said, like Ultimate Madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are having 2 weeks prep to battle and all these things like that. Me personally, I feel like some of these talents, even with Next, I'll tell Next in his face, like, you know, I feel like you said, Ledge, his past battles, like against Rum, against Murder, you know, if he would have battled Bowles and even Elijah Straight on that level, it would have been clear, like, okay, I understand why P, you know, handpicked them from the process.
Right.
But versus Bowles, he did good, and I felt like it was also a factor of Bowles not being good enough also. Cause I feel like Bowles did better last week. You know what I'm saying? I feel Bowles did better last week.
He was more comfortable last week.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that. This week, yesterday, I think even starting off with the first round, he went somewhere with the Dylan flips, but then he spent too much time on the Dylan flips. Like there was like a point where I felt like he could have just left that alone and went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But that just comes with experience.
No, both of them said that their names wasn't being said right. Like, can we get any confirmation where they using the right name? Because they both was like, nah, that's not even my name. What are you talking about?
Is that Dylan Roots?
Hold on.
Yeah, I can't listen. I gotta get about their battle rap names, man.
I gotta get this done. So, Bowles the Bambino, you said
You said.
Let me run it back. Bo's the Bambino. You said.
You said.
New Era Podcast. This next round is for y'all. Half the world saying I had some of the best material written that night, from Tony Bro to DNA, etc. But listening to your recap of me gave motivation. I'ma holla at y'all after August the 7th. What's the day? What the fuck is today? Do anybody know what today is?
August 8th, the day after.
Bros, this is an open invitation from Fat Boy Maine to bring your little Kevin from the Wire looking ass up here and talk shit to us. Come on up here, dog. We got number love for you. We can't wait to talk to you, cuz we want to know what you got to say about yesterday. Can't wait to hear this shit.
You gotta take it a step further, Fat Boy. You said that after August the 7th, you was gonna pull up and talk about what happened.
Where you at?
But why in the fuck are you not right here?
Yeah, exactly. Where you at, my guy?
I got rounds for Bose too, because he was talking crazy on a.
He was talking crazy. Listen, he on the timeline. I'm on Twitter looking, trying to get a feel for how yesterday played out. He retweeting all of these tweets about Bo's first and third, Bo's first and third, Bo's first. I'm like, bruh, that is not gonna overturn the verdict. You lost. You might as well stop retweeting it. Take it like a man. And listen, I'm a student of the game. I watch all media, especially the Friday Fix. You know what I'm saying? Shameless plug. Every Friday, pull up to my guys and watch their content.
Yes,
so
sir.
Check this out. I saw Nico say something that I almost word for word said on our show. This nigga was super duper comfortable battling somebody that he has history on, that he knows shit about. You walked in that bitch with a recording, fam. It was personal. You was too comfortable when you walked in there, and you had no pressure on you to go in there and get the job done. You had more than 2 weeks to prep for it. You had all your material down. You was ready. And you went in there and killed a nigga who damn near killed himself, stumbling and choking and shit. Oh, but this week when you walk in the gym and it's a nigga with the fresh Nikes on, you couldn't get the job done. You couldn't get the job done.
Not only were you right about that, Fat Boy, next stood on him and made him look crazy for doing it. Made it look like he had information he was gonna leak it. What he say? Nah. Real ones don't do that. Like, we laugh at shit like that. You a cornball, basically.
It landed so Freddie. That shit landed so fire in that third, bro.
Oh man,
it landed flush. It was point made, bro. And this the funny part is, in the first 2 rounds, maybe not so much the first, but more so the second, he started talking about the Geechee Gotti, the Tay-Rack thing. Like, bro, word of advice, bro. Niggas don't like chatty patty shit in battle rap. It's one thing to have an angle. But if you're going to start having battles where you spilling info or talking like you got the tea and all that shit, I'm telling you, the culture going to turn on you fast as shit. Don't fall in the trap of talking too much, man. I'm telling you now, it's not going to work how you think. It's just not going to go that way.
So, one thing that stood out to me for real about this Bo situation, because Nex actually let me hear a round. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, I want you to hear these rounds. Let me know what you think. I'm like, hey, spit me one round. I only want to hear one of them. I want to be surprised about the majority of the material.
Right.
He spit me the third. Now, people who know me know how I feel about talking to him in angles. No, they know how I feel about that shit. When he finished the round, I'm like, bro, that's one of your best rounds you ever wrote. But in my back of my mind, I'm like, yo. I asked, I was like, do you think, I was like, what if Bo's, because it's a tournament, narratives play a part. What if Bo's, you know what I'm saying, are he counter rights for that? Because, he pulled out the recording. And Next wasn't worried. He's like, nah, he not even like that to do something like that. And it showed in the battle, like, how do you pull out a recording doing something like that and don't have anything in your material for 3 rounds to counterwrite somebody commenting on that same recording? That's the biggest moment in your career, and you don't have anything to counteract that. That's like Danny going up to a battle after the Rex battle with 12K, and nothing to counteract 12K, Tink it. Like, bro, you gotta have something to counteract that in your writing, bro. You should have shut that. Because you could have made it easier on yourself where a round like that third isn't as powerful. Because I thought Bo's third round was his best round in the battle. You could have diffused some of that shit early. And you didn't do anything. You just sat there trying to rap. And a lot of that shit sometimes came off like rapidy rap at times. 10 fours was up in there. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, this is not what you can't have. You talking about you need motivation from the people. You need the motivation to prep more, bro. Because that's all in your preparation.
Okay, well let's take it back even further. Ledge, did you watch the face-offs?
Yeah, I definitely saw the face-offs.
In my opinion, you tell me, did you have a noticeable difference from Bose and his energy from the way he was talking to Stumbles to the way he was talking to NXT?
Absolutely. I mean, the energy was there for Stumbles for sure because he knew what he was sitting on. Like if it came down, even if it came down to a 1-1. Like, if it was 1-1, he knew I got this bit of information. Because when you got that type of information and you execute it well, no matter what anybody say, that shit can give you more than one round.
That's
to
a
lot
fact.
of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we can go all the way back to Math versus Rex. Like, his third was so powerful, people forget that he lost the first two. A lot of people still give him that whole battle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he knew what he had. With Next, it was more so of like almost playing the victim in a sense. Like, I'm in the West, you know, y'all got this going on. I want to show, like, he wanted, like, I don't know if he forgot that ain't no fan vote, but like he wanted the fans to ride with him for this one. But it didn't matter because at the end of the day, man, your material it was like he was overcompensating for not being all the way prepped, not being all the way there and polished, and not having a true angle on Next. Like, one of his biggest haymakers was at Gaddis. Let's be honest.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, one of his biggest.
Like, you like pussy, you can never pick straight or something like
And
that.
it was actually dope. Yeah, it was fire.
No, it was fire. It was fire. That's what I'm saying. Like, his material for Next outside of the Dylan, which is like hit or miss. A lot of Next flips were hit or miss. Some were good. I ain't never heard that one, but a lot was like, damn, I heard that one. Shit, he battled somebody last year that said something similar. Like, so he didn't really have a full 3 that he was confident on. It was more so painting narratives and trying to maybe sway the judges like a good ass coach would do. Phil Jackson, when Game 6 in the playoffs, whether he a Lakers coach or a Bulls coach, what are he doing in the press conference? Talking about how the refs got to do better. Next game, an important game, they win that game, he win the chip. Like it was real good gamesmanship, but sometimes you got to do that when you ain't confident in all of your material. So I definitely feel like that was the case yesterday.
Nico, tough question.
Talk to me.
Of the 16 you saw in this tournament so far, is Bose clearly in the top 3?
Say what?
Is Bose clearly in the top 3? He had the standout performance in round 1.
Top 3 or what?
Of the 16 names you saw in this tournament so far, is he in the top 3?
Oh my gosh, I know that was painful for you to even say that. If you would have said like top 15, we could say that. All right. Look, Bose,
he collecting energy out here. I want to know what the vibe is on Bose.
Bose could not be lower than top 8 because he won the first round. Even though I could make an argument, say, well, DG was dope. You lost the first round. So I respectfully, in the top 8. Respectfully. But for me, listen, because he responded, because I seen he responded to an alleged tweets, and that's when I kind of knew. I'm like, yeah, you fishing for something here, because we had a conversation on the show, and I'm saying, you were real comfortable, you got to prove something, you doing all this spinning narratives. Yep. Like, dude, I'm seeing so much shit that you spinning. Like, for one, you want the people to believe the crowd is on your side. The crowd is on the West side. It's a West crowd, which it's not. It's 3 to 5 niggas in there that's from the West. The rest of them niggas is URL staff, people who just travel to events. It's not a real West crowd. That's one. You try to use that to your advantage, and you didn't even do it right. Like, you didn't even do this shit right to the point where you also contradict yourself by saying, well, if you don't want the crowd because of what it can do for me, you was just complaining about it being a West crowd. So he did a lot of shit that I'm just like, even if it was, you said it was some Phil Jackson shit,
And
this was like some Tito Jackson shit. This was not thought out well at all.
And I think also another thing that we're leaving out also is a simple fact that one, I fuck with Bose, but we got to be honest here. First 2 rounds was not clean. The first round had a slight slip up, and the second round had a real bad. It was bad. It was a bad slip up. You know what I'm saying? That's 1. 2. The material in itself was not good. It wasn't good. It wasn't on a level like you said. Everybody, I can agree with. You know what I'm saying? In terms of him being comfortable last round versus this round. You know,
right.
And also with the short prep time, his material didn't shine through. I don't know why, but you know, that's where the challenge comes from in this tournament. Being able to craft 3 dope rounds in 2 weeks, and he couldn't do that. And not just craft it, execute it, and he couldn't do that. Next was
he couldn't do it because he wasn't comfortable.
Right. And he had to craft out of thin air, like Nico said, narratives and just shit to spin to make something hit in the room.
My thing is, he didn't
have last week.
He didn't even put the shit, like, you did all that spinning in the media. You doing let's talk battle rap, giving you rollouts. You got all these media outlets covering you. You getting praised by the fans for no fucking reason because you don't even battle next yet. So you getting praised just because they hate the nigga. You don't even put none of what you was saying in your rollout in your battle. You spent a whole round talking about Dylan, Krillin, Dylan, Willin, Dylan. Like, bro, what the fuck is? Nigga, get to the real. Get to the shit that's gonna stick.
Yup,
that's what I'm saying. Like, too much time. You basically turn into your everyday punchline, name flipping battle rapper, and you set it up like you was gonna really talk to him, and he ended up talking to you.
Facts. That's how it played out. Freddie, next week we got, well, not next week, 2 weeks from now we got NXT versus real name Brandon. So my question for you is, because it's on the West. You got the West crowd in the room. Both of these niggas from the West. Is this going to look like the best battle of the tournament?
I see where you're going with that potentially, but I just don't think. I don't think it will be. I think there's other people that are more talented than real name Brandon that could have made it that, but they're not in the tournament no more. So yeah, I don't think it will be, but it could because, like you said, it's on the West. It seems like, even though Nico said there's not a lot of West people in there, it does seem like the West is getting a little more love. Just a little bit, not too much. But it seems like they get a little more love and they got the crowd going a little more. So, but I don't think it will be, no.
So you don't think all the Crips is in the building next time they come back to Ultimate Madness? You don't think so?
I don't think so, bro. To be honest, I didn't even know. Is real name Brandon a Crip? Swear I didn't know that.
No, he's not a Crip. But he's
neither one of them are.
He's EFB though.
I don't know neither one of them. I didn't even know he was that neither. I don't know them for that, so I'm not worried about that kind of shit.
Hold on, let me be clean because I like to be thorough. Allegedly, I don't know that he officially is EFB. I've seen a picture or two with him referencing EFB and taking pictures with them, but I don't know that they officially.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So let me be clear. Along with that, NXT and MVP both had shots in their rounds at media. Ledge, how do you feel about battle rappers addressing battle rap media during the battles?
I love it. I think it's fire. I mean, we in this game, we sign, because it's hypocritical, right? It's like when a battler faces some criticism and shit like that, what does the media say? Well, you signed up for this. Well, we signed up for this part too. Once we sign up to be in the game, we're in the game too. So you know what I'm saying. So you got to take the good with the bad. So I'm with it. I think it's dope. Don't cry over spilled milk. because you ain't about to pick it back up and drink it. So don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So
I
feel
love
like
saying that.
I think it's fire. Once you win the game, it's all fair game. So I think it's dope.
And there's nothing wrong with taking criticism neither. You feel me? So it's dope that people are even acknowledging people like us that actually watch this shit thoroughly every day, every battle. You know what I'm saying? So
just don't say my name because you will get smoked. That's it. Just
you got rebuttal bars for him?
Yeah. Don't get crazy because I hit y'all with one.
Anybody taking shots at Ledge, you got to do it with Nico too.
That's a fact.
If you're dealing with Nico, you're dealing with the West. So watch your words.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. Leave us alone, man. Let us be.
We listen over here, New Era. We are big fans of battle rappers. Listen, us out on Twitter. They ain't even got to be in the battle. We be in our chat dying laughing. So I got news for any battle rapper that think you killing us on the timeline or you doing something crazy to New Era and around. Bro, we in there dying, laughing. It's hilarious. We love every second of it.
Bars have been some of the best moments.
Ben got killed badly like 3 times already.
That's a fact.
So
just like
we with all the facts. We with all the bullshit. It's all love, and I like the idea of battle rappers addressing media during the battles because it's basically interaction. You know what I'm saying, with the media. You know what I'm saying? It shows that there's media out there that can get light shined on them, even if it's just that moment of getting dissed. You get light shined on you for existing out there where a lot of times it's just the major names that get looked at. It's other niggas out here putting in groundwork that's trying to get their foot on the ground and get running in the battle rap media game that don't get the love they should get. And that was the main reason why I looked at y'all brothers first. Like, yo, we not the biggest of battle rap media, but shit, we can bring them on here and make sure that people are aware of who they are so they can also get some love. Like, bro, it's time for battle rap media to grow, and the fact that battle rappers interact with us, you know what I'm saying, and then we get to comment back and say shit back. I feel like Les said, bro, it's all fair, bro. It's all in the game. It's part of it.
Taking shots at media is like using wrestling bars, man. If it's somebody who's known, if people have a relatively, you know what I'm saying, good visual who you talking about, it's like a wrestling bar. Everybody gonna catch it. Normally, because the reference was caught, people are gonna say it's fire. You know what I'm saying? You win a tournament, so you reaching for anything that you can. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of them automatic reactions. It's like doing
especially if you mentioning certain people, like, you know what I'm saying, if this person said that they had this nigga winning and all the people disagreed and they just couldn't wait to hear somebody say, "Oh, you bitch ass nigga, you said," like, they just can't wait to hear that shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Last battle of the night. Alright. This is tough. I think I needed to hear the judge's verdict on this. Because when the battle was over, right? I picked Truffaut to win, and I remember I told Ledge yesterday. I said I'm picking Truffaut, but I think they're gonna go with Sheed.
I felt the same way. Yeah.
I just felt that way. I just felt like, especially based off of Gaddis saying she liked that new energy, and it was like a lot of us was like, what the fuck did we just watch after he got done performing? And the judges was like, nah, this nigga is fire. He dope, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, I think next week they're going to really buy into a lot of what he does. And I think they're just going to go with G. But they actually picked Truffaut. And having watched the battle now, I'm just like, I need some clarity on how this played out. Like, I'm glad my nigga won. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to win. And I'm not mad at that at all. And I'm not even saying I need an explanation. Like, I don't see how I'm not even saying that. I just feel like something is missing. I feel like I needed some clarity as to what direction they was going with this and how they looked at this. What y'all think?
I found it interesting that a couple of them, I can't remember exactly who, but I know a couple of them used the conviction and believability explanation while they were talking about the rounds, and I found it interesting because for certain battle rappers, you could kind of make that case all the time. Like if you wanted to go back to Slade and the MVP, somebody could have just said, "Well, this dude had more believability, so I'm just going to give him the dub." You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's picked and choose, but it was just kind of interesting when they were using that particular battle. To be honest, I feel like they both. It was 1-1 going into the third. It was 1-1 going into the third. But the third round, to me, it didn't really come off like either one of them was creating real separation from each other. To be honest, they were doing what they do, but I didn't really get the sense of, okay, he leaving Nerf. Okay, he creating that separation. Okay, you got to wild out to win this round. It was kind of like just a standard round from both of them, to be honest.
Yeah. I felt like Truffaut was one round away from really like becoming a favorite in this tournament to win. Like I feel like after his first round, I felt it was solid. I felt it was good. And then when he started that second round and he kind of brought the Air Force Ones out, it's like now we're seeing the new Truffaut, like what he's involved to. Like he's showing personality, stage present. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing other shit now. And it's like, damn, if he just gets through that second round clean, I feel like Truffaut might be the favorite in this tournament. And it's like, man, he kind of just old ways came back, bro. Showed his head and he got the stumbling, and it just wasn't a clean second round. And that's what made it 1-1 to me. I feel like
when he started that second round putting the Black Forces on, and then he just said some shit and everybody got hype. If he would have landed a room shaker at that point, he could have ended his round early where he was about to choke at and still would have got that round. Yeah. If he would have had a bomb in there early in that intro, he would have been good. But he had, like, his setup was fire. Everybody went crazy. Then when he got to the punch, it was kind of like, it was like, it wasn't really powerful. You know what I'm saying? He needed a bomb right there to just shut it down because he had all the momentum on his side at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. I think I'm gonna be real with you, and I hate to say this, but after the first round, this shit really was a store run battle. Like I could have went and got. I could have got. Yeah. You know, I see they got some new Doritos out. You know what I'm saying? The organic joints. They got organic. They got some organic white cheddar Doritos that look fire. You know, I want to indulge in that during these niggas rounds, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy that you said that, Les, because as the second and third rounds were concluding, I was actually in the store. I was in the corner store looking for something to drink, something to eat real quick, give me a little snack because the event was about to be over.
That's why he my dog.
The universe knew.
The universe knew, dog. I hope they had. I'm a big fan of calzones. I was thinking about grabbing the calzone. Yeah, this shit crazy, man. Like I ran out of cereal. I'm like, damn, Cinnamon Toast Crunch would be fire right now. So,
I'm not gonna lie. When I pulled up today, I had a few things I was okay. I want to hear this while I'm on the show. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear everybody's intro because the intros would be powerful. Thing I wanted to hear Low unpack the narrative of Sheed Happens versus Truffaut, because I just know she called the nigga some, what was it, Disney on Ice? She called Dancing with the Stars. Like she just was going in. I'm like, yeah, I know Sheed has something to say about this battle.
Low is one of a kind.
The performance from Sheed yesterday, it was turned up. Like some of this, I'm like, man, that dude performing like crazy. Like he going in.
Wait,
especially the second, because I'm like, bro, you really didn't have to do that much in the second. Like, you just can't even save some of that for your third and just let your third be super powerful. Because Truffaut gave you the round by default. You know what I'm saying? But he was like almost overperforming. It came off sometimes. It was dope in some respects, but I was just like, damn. Like
I do feel like some of Sheed's material on his third was kind of slept on. Like he had some shit. Whereas I'm not confident if I'm giving that battle to Truffaut clear. Like. I thought he had some shit.
Do you feel like his performance sometimes takes away from his material?
Nah, like he cut out all that weird accent shit that he was doing in the first round, and I was able to really lock in and listen, and I heard some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like I thought.
What you hear? Put us on game.
What do you have to sum it up with an M16? I already told you 4x4. He has some shit. I can't really think of all of them off top.
Freddie, I definitely agree. I felt like in this battle, she kind of toned everything down. I think he took the criticism that everybody had in the first battle he had with Murder, with his theatrics, and he kind of cut a lot of that out, and he just pretty much just did him. And like to your point, I think a lot of his material was slept on. Like even with the third round, that Still Remains bar was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know a true line, but he definitely looked away.
Yeah.
Like he had some shit in that third.
The up in the air, like slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he brought the one shit back where he like starts his round with something he already said previously. He had to stay away from my close the blinds bar. I'm gonna pull some strings. Like I felt his third was kind of slept on.
That was fire.
Yeah,
that
was heavily slept on. I really think, like, to kind of finish the point, I really think that what kind of people were sleeping on She's third. And I think that the Infinity War bar from True Foe won him the round. And they kind of discounted everything. Just kind of discounted everything that she said after that. You feel what I'm saying? Which is weird, but it is what it is, But that third round.
If I feel like they advancing, I'm headed to the semis quicker than real name Brandon.
That was.
I was fucking with She. I don't know, bro.
Y'all real optimistic about this store run shit. Well, give it a scale of 1 to 10. What y'all rating this battle, bro?
Don't get me wrong. I do feel like at times this battle was.
They be rating shit twos, man. Come on.
No. It wasn't that. I felt like it was a decent back and forth for real. I don't think it was battle of the night, but I think it was a good back and forth.
Just give it a little rating from 1 to 10. Just give us something.
6.5, 7.
I just hear the disrespect in Lab's tone.
6.5.
I'm not being disrespectful. 6.5. Okay. Nico, what you give it, Dutch?
I give it a 6. Like I give it a. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I might have to give it a. Like I'll be honest with y'all. Like I don't know. Like True is my guy, and I'm a tough critic of True. You know what I'm saying? And this just goes to the tough critic bag, cause I don't really. I give it like a 5. Like a 5. I don't even know what True was saying that was better than what Sheed was saying. Real talk, like he had some stuff He had some stuff, but like overall, to what Sheed was saying, like if we just go to straight material, I really can't give that battle to True Foe. Honestly, like,
I don't know. It's close, bro. I just gotta watch it. I gotta watch it again. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lutz.
I give it a 4.5.
Damn.
I give it a 4.5 because I was disappointed. But again, and this is something Nico talks about too, like how dope a build up is. They had the best like face off of this round, and they had everybody geared talking about how this was gonna be the battle of the night. And you guys got outshined by the very first battle that nobody was really going into with high expectations. Mm-hmm. So you couple that. You couple that with a sloppy performance and hit or miss rounds from Sheed. It's really not much to write home about other than like, we missed some material in the third from Sheed, so that means we gotta watch it on the replay to catch it. So that would mean that you had to take points away from instant gratification of what you watching live.
But isn't there battle rappers like that where it's like, hold on, I gotta give this another watch? You know what I'm saying? Like you miss shit. You don't really catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in that regard, then you can only judge it off of what you caught the first time at this present moment. So at this present moment, if you didn't catch what she was saying, you had to grade that low. On top of I don't know why True brought them forces out, and that was crazy.
Oh no!
And that was crazy
that he didn't do anything with the force. Like he only did something with the forces, like his little setup at the very beginning, and then he just tailed away from it.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Just put your real shoes back on, man.
I gotta see True Foe.
Put your real shoes back.
We ain't doing that, True.
But no, I think True Foe really merged like who he is in these face-offs, right? Because you've seen a lot of his personality in these face-offs. They're highly entertaining. Yeah. I don't feel like he's comfortably merged True Foe, the personality outside of the battle, to who he is inside of the battle. I feel like sometimes he's just 100% serious, but you got to be in the ring. But putting some of that personality in there gives it another element. And some of your bars don't have to be the craziest. It's just your personality. Just like how they say his believability. He could say a line that's not necessarily as creative as something Sheet said, but it's how he's saying it. It's the presence. It's his delivery. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he put more of his personality within his material, he'll be even more dangerous. I feel like that's the next elevation for him.
I'm happy for him in that regard because when I talked to him on the phone, he was
Hollywood
like,
fat boy talking in battles on the phone. Look
You got some nerve talking about You got some nerve talking about Hollywood shit.
Listen, let me put my fur coat on. So let me.
You in the big right now?
Yeah, let me talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I was sipping some Moet. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Truffaut. You know what I'm saying? We was politicking how famous people do. You know what I mean?
Talk heavy.
No, I was talking to him though, right? And his thing was like, yo, I want to be able to do what Midwest niggas do, which is really just, and you know Piranha for the same shit. We just talk real street shit, real life shit, and it's just real aggressive and it's effective. We don't do a whole lot of punchlines and scheming and all that. That's not what we do. We just really talk our real life shit. And I can respect that. I think that my statements to him was simply that I'm saying all that to say this. Let me backtrack. I'm glad that the judges are appreciating it because I know from having talked to him that that's what he wanted. So that it's working, cool. But what I was trying to tell him was, bro, you don't gotta be Rum Nitty. I don't think many niggas can be any fucking way, but you don't gotta be Rum Nitty. But this is what I'm saying. At a certain point, at least for me, it sounds like you just rapping for a while. There has to be something in there from time to time that triggers a reaction, even if it's just the simple fact that the bar you saying, the way you say it makes it hit crazy. It's not always the fact that it had to end up as a punchline. It's just the realness behind what you're saying. You can rhyme a bunch of this gun and this street and I kill a nigga for real. That sound tight when you saying it because of your energy, your aggression, looking at you. Do I really think this nigga kill a nigga? Probably. I don't know. But just listening to you rap and go through 8 bars without having really given us something, to a lot of niggas that don't appreciate just the rap, that shit's filler. And I think that you run a risk of bumping into a nigga like a Next or a MVP who throw a lot of punches out there and win the judges over, and then you're gonna run it because that's what I thought about the Sheed shit. I thought they was gonna win the judges over, and before you could get the good content out, they had already made their minds up who won the battle. And that's what you gotta avoid going forward. Listen, the field is tough from here. We saw a crazy MVP. Finally, we know what real name Brandon is capable of. We haven't seen it yet, but we know what he can do. We've seen him rap before. And then you got NXT. Any one of them niggas could send you home. Yeah. It's not impossible at this point. So that was just my critique, and that's why I was like, I just felt like when it was done, I needed to see the judges. Like I need to hear what they were saying. But I guess that kind of leads to, since we done talking about the battles, what are y'all looking forward to? Do you want the best possible matchup, or do you want the most entertaining storyline out of this Final Four here going into the championship?
Say the 2 battles again real quick.
You got Truffaut versus MVP, and you got real name Brandon versus NXT. I feel like the 2 heaviest names left is True and NXT.
Yeah,
I feel like that, to me anyway.
Agreed.
I feel like the most entertaining battle, no diss to my nigga True, but I feel like the most entertaining battle would probably be MVP and NXT, just because of their rapping styles. Not because I like MVP more, but just the rapping, the rapid, the punches, the energy level they're gonna give you. I think you might get the most creative battle if it's those 2. But I think the most powerful matchup is True versus NXT because True has been dominating the face-offs. He's been entertaining. He won, he's winning his battles. He put on the black forces. Like he's doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Medals and shit. He's entertaining everybody.
That's
and
why
then you got the villain feature.
I felt like Truffaut was like really evolving. Like he's showing us other shit. He's having moments of face off. You feel me? He's doing impressions in battles. So it's like I was seeing the growth, and that's why I was kind of let down when preparation caught up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if he gets over this hurdle, if he beats MVP, he gets more time to prep. And I also think his ability to have haymakers is going to hit different in a big room than in MVP. I think because the Summer Madness, I'm hearing the stage is back, as everybody likes to say. And True, with his voice, his delivery, his presence, he lands something heavy in a big room. It can shift shit. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, and we talk about it all the time. Y'all gonna be opening the first battle of every night. The crowd is involved. Is crazy.
That's a fact. So, that's a fact.
You got a big one up behind you. You know what I'm saying? With that type of crowd, they talking about 4,000 people, bro.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it can get real. Like, I mean, that's shout out to Suge, no disrespect, but that's how Suge kind of got his name, opening, being one of the first one or two battles, and he come in the first round and he unload the clip with all his special moves, random, all that shit. Yo, let's get one thing straight, and the crowd goes bananas. Like True come out wilding. With those haymakers that he got potential to land, it could be exciting. I think him versus Nex would be kind of the matchup from a national standpoint, just based on Nex's energy, creativity, and ticket sales also mean demand. Nex is in demand for love and hate. The one thing that's business smart, business moves and make business sense, you always want somebody that the people have an opinion on one way or the other. You don't want a middle guy that's just like he cool or he alright. You can't do nothing with that. You can't ticket wise, you can't sell a guy who's just alright and you ain't really got no opinion on. Right. If you love him, you want to come and see him because you love him. If you hate him, you want to come and boo that man. So from a business standpoint, Nex and Truffaut would be probably the dream matchup for the company, I would think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was gonna say, because I know you were asking about like the entertainment or the storylines and all that. There's a few storylines remaining. Okay. They all center around Truffaut getting to the finals. For one, I'll just start with the semifinals. Nex and real name Brandon battled already. They were on a PG card. Years ago, I think Dre Vicious, but he was the main event. Dre Vicious battled.
And the battle release?
You said what?
Did the battle release?
No. The battle didn't release because. Welcome to the welcome to the West with PGs, man. But not. They had Disaster pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal was in the building. Had some some dope names in the building. They battle was actually solid, but it got messed up for some other shit. So thankfully now we're actually gonna have a real battle. So that's one storyline just on some West shit. On the other side, Truffaut has a storyline kind of with both of them because Truffaut was actually battling in the West before either one of them started rapping and battle rap. So Truffaut kind of has history over here on our league. A-Hat, he was over there before. Both of them. Real name Brandon kind of got his start on A-Hat, became, prominent, started moving on to other leagues. You know what I'm saying? So there's history a little bit just on some West shit with those particular matchups. MVP, I feel like it's not really a narrative with him because he don't really talk for the narrative. I feel like Truffaut could kind of create that shit. Just with how he, his promo, how he rolls out a battle, he can kind of just create the energy behind the matchup. But MVP, like the complete opposite. He just there to rap, not really there for anything else. So I feel like if you wanted a narrative plus entertainment, Truffaut got to be in the finals versus either Real Name or Next. But if you just want a battle, just a matchup, it kind of doesn't matter who you match up with who. So I feel like you'll get a quality battle out of anything. Oh, and the other thing is Truffaut and Real Name are cousins. So that becomes a little more of a personal matchup. Not that I feel
like Nico with this West history.
I never knew that.
I'm talking about.
they're the cousins. So it's like you have a little bit more there. So there's certain narratives, but it all centers around Truffaut getting to the finals. If you wanted that type of narrative, you know what I'm saying?
Dutch, is this vindication for Truffaut even getting this far? Like he had to go sit down for a while. Shit got a little crazy in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? And while everything was shaking and moving from Ultimate Madness 1 up to now, his name wasn't outside. And now that it's outside, he putting on a show. Is this vindication for him? Is he reclaiming his spot?
Absolutely, because a lot of people don't realize the path that Truffaut had to go through, even with the PGs and him even being Nico knows, like the card that was supposed to go down in the West. Nico, correct me if I'm wrong, but that card that I think it was I forgot I think it was the only
the judge
strong,
card.
It was only the strong survives.
Supposed to do?
Yeah, and Truffaut was on it. Am I correct, Nico?
Yeah, I'm going to say like this. Everybody who has been in these Ultimate Madness tournaments was pretty much on that card. Real Sick was
Real
actually
Sick versus
an
Next,
undercard PG first battle of the night versus Next.
Right.
Look at how much a year and a half can change.
I remember
They were
that.
supposed to open up the card.
Yeah, True was supposed to battle Dev.
That's what. Yep, exactly.
We actually did an episode where we had all them up here talking shit to each other.
Yeah, like and that whole narrative just with that only the strong that goes back to the year prior when me and Ledge had all. It was when the new Midwest versus West narrative was kind of kicking up. And it's crazy to think that 2 years ago it was just a narrative. We was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get some energy behind it, and now you literally have all participants in the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? So that's another narrative in itself there, just West versus New Midwest. You know what I'm saying? The two regions that were really after the initial Midwest movement and the initial East Coast push, we were the two regions that weren't really thought about.
Stop being humble. We started that shit. Thank y'all. I mean, thank us. Y'all welcome.
Hey, man, I wasn't gonna be the one to say because they gonna think, you know what I'm saying, me being from the West, I'm biased. But no,
Well, I'm from the Midwest, and we started that shit. I told Nico had a show on his really funny ass, dope ass show late at night. He had all the West cats in there. I come in there on my Midwest shit, just talking. And so I invited True in there. Coogee was in there. Piranha, who don't really do like the media shit like that.
Oh, you brought the Midwest with you.
Brought the Midwest, and they started talking shit, and it got shit popping. This was like 2.5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
and
it turned into them doing like little. I don't know if y'all remember when they were dropping like little 30-second to a minute clips, and they were just like going at each other, just rapping. Yeah, like I was uploading all that shit. Like they was just everybody from the West, even if you wasn't in the original convo. Everybody from both regions was just getting in on it and just taking shots. So what the goal was to get a card out of it. So when we seen only the strong, it's like okay, that's step one. Right,
that's close.
That's step one.
We got, and later, of course, True,
and then
COVID happened and shut shit down. But yeah, that only strong had like some real potential matchups that people wanted to see. So,
sidebar, not to talk any more shit about this West and Midwest shit, but this is the second. Actually, no. This is the third Ultimate Madness finals that will have somebody from the West in it, and this is the second time it'll be a West versus Midwest matchup. So that just tells you how powerful these regions is.
One more thing about the strong shit. That was supposed to be the first judge shit to pop it off, right?
Yes.
Like,
I was one of the judges too.
Yeah. Nico's actually picked to be a judge.
Black Compass, he was one of the judges.
And it was actually going to be a season thing. They weren't going to call it a tournament. They was actually going to call it a season. So, yeah, they had a whole plan.
The first season.
Yeah, it was ran by KG the Poet and Norbs at the time.
Yep. That's what's fun. Like Freddie said, we definitely had Norbs on. He was breaking shit down. He was telling us how it was going to go and everything. Like. That's crazy. We never got all that information though that y'all gave us. That's fire, bro. Yeah, that's fire.
Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think real name Brandon is going to benefit from really having more time to write than other? You know what I'm saying? The other opponents, not really more time to write. He's got to sit down and really relax. You know what I'm saying? Not have the pressure of writing.
I think he would have, but knowing Brandon, and I think he stated it in the face-off that he's going to wait on the winner and then write to be fair to the opponent.
Okay.
So, with that being said, it's on equal footing, and that could actually favor Next now that he won, because Next is more adept to battling in short prep. He actually doesn't even begin writing until probably maybe I think Nico would know better than me. Maybe I would say the week of the event.
Yeah.
So, and you couldn't tell he's been flawless and clean both rounds. I mean both rounds, and he doesn't write soon as he knows who he's going against. He takes he's a last minute guy.
Right.
Oh shit.
That's a fact. Real name is he's had a battle before in which he's had a very good performance prepping last minute, but it wasn't a last minute booking. It was more so like some shit came up. He only had 2 weeks to prep, so he's had that before. I would say Next actually has more of those instances where Next will battle on a week prep. He don't care. Like he did that shit when he battled. I think it was he had a battle the week prior. It might have been that Unity shit, and then the very next week battled Young Grizz like in a 1-rounder. So he's definitely adept in that. Short prep though, man, I feel like it's more so not in terms of like the choking or stumbling. I feel like it's just more so in the execution of how you deliver, because Real Name is known for his presence and his vocal projection. He's like a standout amongst the rest of the people in those two categories. Like, so it's not just so much of are you going to remember your material, how are you going to be able to execute and say the material, because you could get through your whole round and you don't execute that one haymaker that could have been the make or break of your round that could change something. So, but I think they both. This is a bragging rights battle. You talking about getting to the West, for the West, getting to the finals. This bragging rights a part of this one. They not finna slack at all.
Okay,
I agree.
And it's a little more. I'm gonna put it out there like it's just comfort. It's like you battling the homie, but you are battling your homie. You battling your bro. That brings up another element where it's like, okay, yeah, we battling. It's almost like on some Nitty versus Gotti type shit, but like, nah, this is to go to the finals. You understand what I'm saying? So they really gonna go for that kill for real. And I feel like I've been hearing some of y'all talk about Real Name Brandon, little greasy. Some of y'all been trying to take away from his work. Watch what happens in 2 weeks. Just watch what happens in 2 weeks. That's all I got to say.
Listen, I think that he is at he's at an advantage, low key. I'm gonna tell you what I think that is anyway, in my opinion.
Who was that? Advantage?
He's Real Name Brandon.
Okay.
It's not just the fact. I mean, we just said he's gonna wait to write until he knows who the winner is, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the fact that he's had all this time off. I think that we saw him once, and it was okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't right home worthy. That type of shit. Mm-hmm. But I think that the time away, that we haven't seen him, when he comes back, he has the opportunity to completely steal the thunder of the tournament because he had a break. We might be I've seen all these niggas, week after week now. I ain't seen this nigga in almost a month. So you brand new to me again. So when I step on the stage, if I get crazy and I'm battling the nigga that's probably favored to win this whole shit, if I smoke him and win this thing, bruh, that's a whole nother type of energy. That's another
thing to look at with Real Name, and this is definitely gonna come into play because it happened before. When he was scheduled to battle Chef Trez, they were supposed to battle pre-COVID. It got shut down, couldn't do it. Got scheduled another time. Chef Trez couldn't make it because he, was sick. I think he had COVID or like COVID symptoms or something. That's when he had backed out like the King of the Dot tournament and all that. So by the time they got to the battle actually happening, which is where I feel like most people kind of got to see Real Name nationally, he had a chip on his shoulder of, y'all really want to put disrespect on my name, like I don't really get busy, like y'all really forgot. And it wasn't like he changed up material so much or anything, but it was just his energy was different. Even talking to him recently about it, like he feel like it's a little slight to him because people feel like, oh well, if Piranha was here, you wouldn't have advanced. A lot of people have been saying that, and he takes shit like that, like, oh for real, that's how y'all feel? Okay, watch this. He one of them like, I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna make y'all respect it. Yeah, so that's another element to watch out for with that next battle. Like they cool, they bros, they don't really, develop around each other and with each other, but this finna be one of them ones where they're not finna be pulling punches like that. They're definitely gonna be going for that dub.
All right. Well, I just want to say this, but before we get ready to wrap all this shit up, excuse me. I don't know, and I can't speak to exactly what's going on with Piranha. But, bro, be safe out there, fam. Just be mindful of the community that love you, the family that love you, everything that's going on in battle rap culture in your real life. There's people around you that's concerned about you, that give a shit about what you're going through. So please be safe in your decisions with everything that's circulating around your name right now and the choices you're making. Nobody wants to see this shit end in the worst possible scenario and no shit like that. And we don't want to be posting shit with your name attached to it week after week after week. So, yo, just be careful out there, bro. Be safe out there, man. It's dangerous. And niggas is not playing. They not playing out here. So, yeah.
At all, man.
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
That goes for all the battle rappers, because knowing Piranha, you know, in the situation a little bit more. I just say this for other battle rappers, because I see this shit so much, especially in my region. Y'all don't, like, when the battle's over, when the cameras turn off, nobody in this culture who be writing these YouTube comments, Twitter comments, Discord, wherever you seeing the little slick shots, jokes, none of these people see you in your day-to-day life. You ain't got to go out nowhere trying to prove shit to motherfuckers who wouldn't even drop nothing on your books if you got locked.
That's a fact.
Don't let this battle rap shit get you guys fucked up in the game where you start feeling like you got to prove something. Be you. The most successful people in this game are the people who are being themselves. I don't got to put on a front for none of y'all. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? We all come from somewhere. We all have different backgrounds. Some of us was gangbanging. Some of us was just civilians, but we was in the streets, just around the street. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a story. Don't let this battle rap and this internet shit get y'all to a point where you feel like you got to do extras, bro. This battle rap shit is an outlet for niggas who come from some kind of struggle to get away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall into these stereotypes for no reason. Keep yourself safe. You know what I'm saying? And battle the next time. Y'all really got a place where you can rap. What most of y'all love doing. You can rap, talk crazy to another person, bang on them, bang the set, do all that stuff that you want to, and get paid for it. Don't fuck that up because of somebody talking shit online, man. Don't do that shit. Keep yourself safe out here.
Oh, this is good words, man. I ain't know niggas who was 6'7" can drop gems like that. That was good.
And I didn't know that niggas who lie as much as you could go ahead and keep it real right now. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Matter of fact, hold on. I don't know why you speaking to me. Hold on, Ledge. You want to speak? You're good now. Go ahead, sir. You lucky this ain't Zoom, because I'd have the theatrics going crazy right now.
Oh my gosh, Metal Gear.
Wrap this show up so I can send him his papers on being dismissed from the Friday Fix. Go ahead and wrap the show up.
That's all right, man. That's all right. I'm creating a Saturday Fix, and guess who pulling up? Everybody.
Oh man, don't do, bro. Listen, I remember. They did a show together. Nico and Les did a show together. And after watching that very first episode, if y'all remember, I might have messaged both of y'all in the comments or one of y'all individually. I said, yo, y'all have to do this every single week. Please make this a regular occurrence. I love y'all energy. Y'all got good chemistry. It's a dope back and forth. I fuck with what y'all doing. So if you fuck with New Era Podcast, trust me, I wouldn't send you to some shit that's whack. Go fuck with Nico and Ledge. Subscribe to their content. Pull up to what they doing on Caffeine and on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, show love, do all that shit, yo. I'm telling you, it's good shit.
That's a fact.
I promise you.
It's like the battle rap PTI. Like, you can't
That's
go
a fact.
wrong.
You're not gonna be disappointed. I promise you.
I'm Will Bond, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you definitely skip Bayless.
The way I have performance, I'm definitely Shannon, bro. You're one of them. Let me stick to the point. Matter of fact, can I give y'all a real Ledge introduction? Because I'm not sure y'all heard it earlier. So here's a Ledge
introduction. Early was fire. Don't be a hater.
Ledge here. Chill with me. I'm live with the New Era Podcast, y'all. We're gonna have so much fun today. Yay! Get that weak ass intro shit the fuck up out of here. You gotta put some bass behind your voice, some performance in your theatrics. You gotta get live for niggas, Ledge.
Damn, I gotta step my shit up.
I'm just so thank you. Shit up out
Yo,
of here.
all right, man. Listen, we gonna wrap this shit up. This fucking Patron is starting to affect my judgment. So, shit.
Snap. What's going on, fat boy?
Listen, man. Listen. At some point, I think it was when Ledge was saying something. I was like, I need 2 more shots. So I had to go upstairs.
Ledge, you see the kind of negative effect you have on people?
No.
Ain't this some shit?
Niggas gotta drink just to hear your analysis. That's crazy.
I'm just telling you when it happened. I don't remember what he was saying, but that's when it happened. But listen, I was like, listen, man. I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? Something different on New Era. I took some shots today. I was drinking today during the show. So, listen, man. We're going to wrap it up the same way we always
drinking.
Yes, I'm in a whole different bag right now. I'm ready to get some good food and enjoy the rest of my Sunday, do some family shit. So, Freddie, we up out of here?
We out of here, man. We're going to the semis quicker than real name Brandon. We're going to see y'all next week.
Ledge, we done?
Yeah, man, we out of here. Tune in. Keep the New Era podcast, man. Friday Fix with myself and Hidden Nico, who get paid in Usher bucks, man. Fridays, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, man.
Yo, Nico, we done, bro?
Yeah, we out of here, man. Salute to the New Era podcast, man. If y'all want to see more from myself or Les, follow, you know what I'm saying, get us on Caffeine every Friday morning. Holla at me on Twitter at NicoTV _ YouTube NicoTV. And I'm too above Bambino like Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds, man. Also, man.
Shout out to
don't
Ben,
listen to
too,
nothing
man.
Les says.
Ben lucky he didn't get to pull up for this episode. The way Harlem took that L against the Locks.
Oh!
It was going to be
Is that why Ben was high today?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Freddie, and I'm going to tell you why. Because next week, when these niggas come back, we still talking about that shit. I don't care.
We still talk about it.
Don't let them escape that smoke.
Ain't no way. If you know New Era, there's no way he dodging that. I don't care.
Yo, Ben, you live in Miami. Tech drop that.
Yo, Dutch.
Yeah, how ironic. Is Ben really in Miami right now? That'd be crazy.
No, he in Costa Rica. I wish he was, though. That would have hit crazy. Dutch. Oh, fuck out of here. Dutch.
Hey, Dutch. In the show, Dutch.
Come on, Dutch.
Dutch gotta wake up.
Cut the show off, Dutch.
That's crazy.
Dutch.
Welcome to New Era Podcast, fellas.
He probably somewhere. He probably somewhere. Revising his judgment. I seen him judge on Unity 3 with terrible decisions. So he probably,
oh my god!
Wait! Hold on!
Hey, I would just like to.
Oh, he back now.
Hold on! What type of inflammatory statements? What type of inflammatory statements are you making about myself, man? What's going on?
I seen Madman Leak versus Rain the Rebel. I seen you out here. No hat Dutch, by the way. Look at you.
I was confident. I was confident that day, man.
Since Dutch started working, I ain't seen him wear a hat since.
Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. Listen, don't be fooled. Dutch really the one that's Hollywood. That nigga got a name tag on his door to his office. And it overlooked the city. I don't know if it's over the whole New York, but you overlooking the city, my nigga.
Just Central Park, man. This is just Central
Park. Not a cubicle.
Oh, you overlooking Central Park.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. It's not a big deal, man.
This nigga
you definitely... you Hollywood Dutch from now on. That's it, man. Hollywood Dutch. It's over.
Hey, Dutch, man. You ain't got to explain yourself for falling asleep. It's probably around the same time Ledge was analyzing and Fat Boy started drinking. Man. You ain't got to explain shit, man. Just blame Ledge and get us up out of here, man.
I blame Ledge, man. Got the nerve to say. I said what I said. I stand on it to this day. I said what I said, man. Man, Lee. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Rain and the Rebel too. You know what I'm saying? That was a good battle.
That's Sacramento shit. That's That's Sacramento shit. You know what's happening?
Yeah, I know Dutch. Yeah, shout out to Dutch, the real voice of the West. Shout out to you, sir.
Oh no! You know what?
As of today, you are the voice of the sleepy and the drunk. You have nothing to say to me.
Yo, we wrapping it right there, bro. New Era Podcast. We are super gone. Dutch, kill the show, Dutch.
Dutch, you end the show? Wait, we need Dutch to end the show.
Dutch not even here no more.
Dutch, cut
Dutch
the
left.
show off. Hey, Dutch, cut the show off.